Hello and welcome everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are very well and I am good as well. Today we are going to do most important questions from the chapter The Last Lesson. Earlier हम last lesson already cover कर चुके हैं separately. In case आप लोगों ने नहीं देखा है तो ज़रूर जाके देखिएगा. And do not forget to like and subscribe the channel Learn करो class 11 and 12 और मैं हूँ श्रेया आपकी English mentor. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम करेंगे एक्सट्रैक्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन जो कि 4 मार्कर्स हैं, 1 मार्क ईच. ओके, सो आपको इसमें सबसे पहले एक्सट्रैक्ट गिवन होता है फ्रॉम एनी चैप्टर. अभी हम पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर कवर कर रहे हैं द लास्ट लेसन, तो इसी का ये एक्सट्रैक्ट है. एंड इट इज एज आई स्टार्टेड फॉर स्कूल वेरी लेट दैट मॉर्निंग एंड वॉज इन ए ग्रेट ड्रेड ऑफ स्कोल्डिंग, especially because M. Hamel had said that he would question us on participles and I did not know that first word about them. For a moment I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. It was so warm, so bright, the birds were chirping at the edge of woods and in the open field back of the sawmill the Persian soldiers were drilling. तो यहाँ पे I कौन है? यहाँ पे I है फ्रांस, जो कि एक बच्चा है, स्कूल जा रहा था और कैसे वो डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो रहा है और उसे डर लग रहा है. ये सारी बातें इस फ्रेज में हमें बताई गई है. सो बेस्ड ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर फ्रेज क्वेश्चंस गिवन है 1 मार्क, इसलिए इसके वर्ड टू वर्ड आंसर देने हैं. सेंटेंस ज्यादा बड़े लिखने की जरूरत नहीं होती है. सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है whom does I refer to in the extract. I यहाँ पे कौन है? फर्स्ट वर्ड ही हमारा I है ना सेंटेंस का, तो I कौन है? I यहाँ पे फ्रांस है, तो आपने लिख दिया दैट फ्रांस. ऑलराइट. सेकंड इज व्हाई वाज फ्रांस अफ्रेड. फ्रांस डरा हुआ क्यों था? बिकॉज फ्रांस वाज अफ्रेड ऑफ क्वेश्चनिंग बाय एम हेमेल ऑन पार्टिसिपल्स. पार्टिसिपल्स के बारे में एम हेमेल्स ने क्वेश्चंस पूछने थे और फ्रांस को उसके बारे में कुछ भी नहीं आता था, इसलिए वो डरा हुआ था. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट मेड फ्रांस थिंक अबाउट स्पेंडिंग द डे आउट ऑफ डोर्स फॉर अ मोमेंट. फॉर अ मोमेंट वो डिस्ट्रैक्ट हुआ था ना, कि वो यहाँ से बाहर चला जाए, उसे चीजें दिख रही थी, तो क्यों हुआ था वो डिस्ट्रैक्ट? सो चीजें आपको इसी फ्रेज में गिवन है. वार्म एंड ब्राइट वेदर बिसाइड, तो वार्म एंड ब्राइट वेदर एक चीज है. देन चिर्पिंग ऑफ बर्ड्स मेड फ्रांस थिंक अबाउट स्पेंडिंग द डे आउट फॉर अ मोमेंट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है विच वर्ड इन द एक्सट्रैक्ट मीनिंग डिसिप्लिन. ओके, डिसिप्लिन का क्या मतलब है? मतलब डिसिप्लिन किस वर्ड को डिपिक्ट कर रहा है इन दिस पर्टिकुलर फ्रेज. यहाँ पे पर्शियन सोल्जर्स की बात आई है एंड दे वर ड्रिलिंग. सो ड्रिलिंग इज द वर्ड विच इज डिपिक्टिंग डिसिप्लिन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्सट्रैक्ट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, नेक्स्ट फ्रेज इज गिवन टू यू विच इज एज व्हेन आई पास द टाउन हॉल देयर वाज अ क्राउड इन फ्रंट ऑफ द बुलेटिन बोर्ड. फॉर द लास्ट 2 years all our bad news had come from there. The lost battles, the drafts, the orders of the commanding officer, and I thought to myself without stopping, what can be the matter now? Then, as I hurried by as fast as I could go, the blacksmith watcher who was there with his apprentice reading the bulletin board called after me, "Don't go so fast, Buck. You'll get to your school in plenty of time." I thought he was making fun of me and reached M. Hamel's little garden all out of breath. तो इस फ्रेज पे बेस्ड आपको क्वेश्चंस गिवन है, सेम 1 मार्कर ईच है. तो आपको वर्ड टू वर्ड आंसर करना है और एग्जैक्ट लिखना है व्हाट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड टू यू इन द क्वेश्चन. सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज where from had all the bad news come from for the last 2 years. कहाँ से आ रही थी सारी बैड न्यूज फॉर द लास्ट 2 years? यहाँ पे आपको गिवन है फ्रॉम द बुलेटिन बोर्ड. So bulletin board is the correct answer. Next question is what did the blacksmith say to France? Blacksmith ने फ्रांस को क्या बोला था? Blacksmith ने बोला था the blacksmith said to France not to go fast. उन्होंने कहा था कि जितनी जल्दी जाने की जरूरत नहीं है यहाँ पे. Don't go so fast बब इसका मतलब यही होता है that don't go so fast France. Next question is what has M. Hamel's little garden been referred to in the extract? M. Hamel's little garden has been referred to as his school in this extract. वो गार्डन जो कि एक गार्डन कीपर बनाता है उसको रेफर करा गया है यहाँ पे एम हेमल्स के स्कूल से. ऑलराइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट डज द वर्ड apprentice in the extract means? अप्रेंटिस का यूज हुआ है, तो आप दोबारा एक्सट्रैक्ट में जाइए कि इस पर्टिकुलर सेंटेंस में ये यूज हुआ है. ऑलराइट, देन यू विल कम टू नो दैट द ब्लैकस्मिथ वाज सिटिंग विद हिज अप्रेंटिस. ऑलराइट, तो ये बोला है व्हाट डज द वर्ड अप्रेंटिस इन द एक्सट्रैक्ट पर्टिकुलरली मीन्स. इट मीन्स अमेच्योर, यानी कि अ पर्सन, अ प्रोफेशन विच इज बीइंग प्रैक्टिस्ड बाय अ पर्सन अंडर समबडी. तो यहाँ पे वो सीख रहा था अंडर ब्लैकस्मिथ, उसका अप्रेंटिस. So this is the word for it. Next question and next extract is, then from one of thing to another, M. Hamel went on to talk of French language, saying that it was the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical, that we must guard it among us and never forget it, because when people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. Then he opened a grammar and read us our lesson. I was amazed to see how well I understood it. So question based on this particular phrases are, first question, why did M. Hamel claim French to be the most beautiful language in the world? M. Hamel claimed French to be the most beautiful language in the world because it is the क्लियरेस्ट एंड द मोस्ट लॉजिकल लैंग्वेज इन द एंटायर वर्ल्ड. ये उन्होंने खुद ही मेंशन करा था इन द एक्सट्रैक्ट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, विच रोल डज अ लैंग्वेज प्ले व्हेन पीपल आर एनस्लेव्ड. ये क्लियरली बताया हुआ है दैट द लैंग्वेज plays the role of a key when the peoples are enslaved in a prison. So it becomes the key to their prison for the liberation. यानी कि ऐसे ही वो freedom achieve कर सकते हैं as long as they are holding the mother language. Next question is, how did France feel during the last lesson? फ्रांस की फीलिंग्स के बारे में बताना है in very short. So France felt that he understood the last lesson very well. उसको ऐसा लग रहा था जितने अच्छे से वो उस पर्टिकुलर डे समझ रहा था उतने अच्छे से तो उसने आज तक कभी पहले समझा ही नहीं था. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, which word in the extract means rational? रैशनल किस फ्रेज से का मतलब बताता है इन द पर्टिकुलर एक्सट्रैक्ट? इसका मतलब है लॉजिकल, लॉजिकल थिंकिंग. लॉजिकल मतलब दैट एम हेमेल ने बोला था ना, इट इज द मोस्ट क्लियरेस्ट एंड द मोस्ट लॉजिकल. तो ये वर्ड लॉजिकल यहाँ पे इसका मतलब है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन एंड द नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ इज, माई फ्रेंड सेड ही I, but something choked him. He could not go on. Then he turned to the blackboard, took a piece of chalk, and bearing on with all his might, he wrote as large as he could, Vive la France. Then he stopped and leaned his head against the wall, and without a word he made a gesture to us with his hands. School is dismissed, you may go. Now based on this particular extract, some questions are given. First question is, whom does I refer to in this extract? तो ये words किसने कहे हैं? ये M. Hamel ने बोले हैं और I यहाँ पे M. Hamel ही है. So answer is M. Hamel. Next question is, why couldn't he go on? Why couldn't he speak further? Why did he stop on I and I? So M. Hamel, it is because M. Hamel's voice has choked with flood of emotions, because he was very emotional, he was very sentimental at that particular moment, so he couldn't utter or he could not complete his entire sentence. He choked on the first few words by saying I, and then he turned back, he leaned his head towards the blackboard, and at the end he made a gesture. So he could not speak. Why? Because he was overwhelmed and with the flood of emotions, and which choked his voice. Next question is, what did the gesture with his hands indicate? उनके hands से gesture किया था उन्होंने. What was it indicating? It was indicating that the school is dismissed and now all people may leave. Next question is, what does Vive la France means? Vive la France का मतलब क्या होता है? Long live France. All right. The next set of questions we are having short answer type questions, and it is 2 markers. All right. So our first question is, why is the order from Berlin called a thunderclap by France? Or, this is your last lesson, last French lesson. How did France react to his declaration of M. Hamel? And repetitive type of questions have been asked in your examinations a number of times. which is having the similar answer, which is the theme of this, all the questions which are being asked. So the most important answer to all these questions is, we'll take a question again. Why is the order from the Berlin called a thunderclap by France? So the announcement made by M. Hamel that there was an order from Berlin to stop teaching French and that it was their last French lesson seemed to be thunderclap to France. It is this in context to this particular question, and this is only what the orders have came from the bulletin board, and he would no longer be able to learn French, his mother language. This is the main thing why the words of M. Hamel was so thunderclap to the France. What was the main topic? What was the main reason that all the things were so different on that particular day? The bad news which has came from the bulletin board, the reason why blacksmith was saying to the France that go slow or you will reach your school within time. The answer is same. Next question is, whom did M. Hamel blame for France's inability to answer his questions, or what was M. Hamel's regret on the day of last lesson? ये भी क्वेश्चन काफी बार रिपीट हुआ है बाय वन वे और द अदर, जिनका कि सिमिलर आंसर है. सो 2 मार्कर आंसर में आप इसका क्या आंसर देंगे? M. Hamel's blame to the parents who sent their children to work instead of sending them to school. क्योंकि पेरेंट्स इतने ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड नहीं थे अपने बच्चों को भेजने के लिए स्कूल. He blamed himself also. वो सिर्फ पेरेंट्स को ब्लेम नहीं कर रहा है, पेरेंट्स को ब्लेम कर रहे हैं पहले, उसके बाद he is blaming himself for making them water the plants at his home and giving them a holiday when he wanted to go for fishing. वो खुद को भी ब्लेम दे रहे हैं. Thus both M. Hamel and parents were responsible for the children's neglect of the French language, and M. Hamel also blamed the students themselves for delaying the learning of their lessons as they thought that they have plenty of time. So 3 are to be blamed: parents, Mr. Hamel himself, and students. Third question is, what made M. Hamel cry toward the end of his last lesson? So M. Hamel cried toward the end of his last lesson because he loved the French language and he felt pity for the villagers as they would not be able to learn their mother language any longer. So he was sad himself and he was sad for the village people also that now they will not get an opportunity to learn their mother language. Next question is, why did M. Hamel write Vive la France on the blackboard, or what words did M. Hamel write on the blackboard before dismissing the last lesson or the last chapter? What did they mean? Similar answer है दोनों ही questions का. So the answer is M. Hamel wrote the word Vive la France in the big letters on the blackboard before dismissing the last class. The word Vive la France का मतलब क्या होता है? It means long live France. This shows his patriotic nature. So short answers completed. अब हम आ जाते हैं long answers पे. Long answers से आपके 6 markers, इसलिए इसको थोड़ा elaborate करना है. Alright. So question is, how different from usual was the atmosphere at school on the day of last lesson? Difference तो था ना उस दिन के atmosphere में और usual days के atmosphere में, तो आपको वही describe करना है. कुछ points जो आपको अपने दिमाग में रखने हैं while attempting this particular questions are as: the order from Berlin that only German will be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine henceforth changed the atmosphere at school. As an unusual silence prevailed, there was an unusual silence in the classroom. So first point. Second is, compared to the normal hustle bustle earlier at the start of the school every day, and M. Hamel changed into a soft speaking teacher. Earlier he used to be a very strict teacher. From his harshness and strictness earlier, M. Hamel had also dressed differently, wearing his best clothes reserved for inspection days and other important occasions. The whole school seemed so strange and solemn to France on that particular day. But the strangest thing was that the villagers, even attended the school. Usually backbenches खाली रहा करती थी, but उस दिन वहाँ पे villagers gathered थे, and they were gathered to show respect to M. Hamel as they had realized the importance of the mother language, and everybody looked so sad that it was going to be their last lesson. इस तरह से हम complete करेंगे 6 marker question by keeping all these important points in our mind. Next question is, our native language is part of our culture and we are proud of it. How does the presence of village elders in the classroom and M. Hamel's last lesson showed their love for French? So the answer would be, a language of a country is the identity of the nation. जो country की particular language होती है वही identity होती है nation की. M. Hamel in his last lesson tells his students about the beauty of their language, French, which is now being replaced by German because of the orders that have come from Berlin. Berlin's order, I think, for the restriction now. He says that it is the most beautiful language in the world. He describes it as the clearest, the most logical of all the languages. And continuing, the teacher also elaborates the beauty of his country's language. He says that during colonial rule, when the colonial power tries to enforce political and cultural dominance by imposing their own language, if the natives are attached to their native language, their identity remains intact. They could say that they are having the key to their prisons as long as they are holding fast with their language. तभी तो वो बोलते हैं that as long as we are having the key of the mother language, we can be rescued from the prison. Next, these words of M. Hamel create a sense of reverence in the heart of village elders who have come to thank him for his 40 years of faithful service to their language and regretted not to paying sincere attention towards it. So that's how we have come across the end of this session. Most important questions of the chapter, the last lesson. I hope आप लोगों की समझ जरूर आया होगा और ये वीडियो आप लोगों को यूजफुल लगी होगी. कोई भी डाउट्स है, क्वेरीज है, do ask me in the comment section below. And do not forget to like and subscribe the channel Learn Karo class 11 and 12. Till next time, keep studying. All the best. Bye bye.